Hey folks, how you doing? Probably can notice something a little bit different down here at the farm. That's right, I've got rid of the beard. It's all gone, unfortunately. But that's life, you know, some things can't stick around forever. But it will be coming back, hopefully, if my wife lets me. So in today's update, what I'm going to do is just going to show you around the farm a bit, give you a bit of an update. We're actually meant to get hit by a big storm there the other day. I was going to do a video. I sort of took some footage before the storm hit, but it didn't eventuate. It just mainly was just a bit of heavy downpour. We were forecasted to get big storms, hailstones the size of sort of fists and stuff, but never came through. But what I did was I actually started preparing and brought all my seedlings that I was hardening off in under cover because I didn't want them to get like damaged throughout the storm. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you guys. Obviously, we've put them all in here in this shed here. So these are all of our summer. You can probably hear Charlie, the farm dog there, trying to get some rabbits down a hole. But yeah, so these are the spring seedlings that we're going to be popping out into the ground in the next coming week or so. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move them out of this shed and put them out underneath or out into the open and get them hardened off, ready for planting in the coming week. So they're all now unloaded, as you can see behind me. It's all the seedlings here for the spring planting. So obviously we've got some red cabbage, followed by some green cabbage. The two at the back, eggplant. We've got some mixed lettuces through here, 4 different varieties, which we'll put through. We've got some more silver beet, which we'll be putting in, beetroots, and then we've got some broccoli as well. So my plan is in the next week is hopefully get them out the back there in the market garden. The plan is to actually get some fencing up. I'm looking at maybe having to get my hands on some electric netting, fencing like you use around like the chooks tractors and stuff like that. Fingers crossed I can get my hands on something like that just to get me by, to get these seedlings in until we can sort of work on something a bit more permanent. So what we might do is actually head down to the market garden, check on how the rabbits have been going down there, if they've been munching any more of the food, and yeah, fingers crossed guys that they're leaving it all alone. All right, let's head down. Alright, so the update down here at the market garden is we've cleared out these rows here. We've already put a row of carrot seeds in. We'll start putting the seedlings in further down this week. This row here is our silver beet row, and as you can see it's just covered in weeds, same as the beetroot ones over there, also the spring onions, and then we've got the peas here. They're all fighting with the weeds at the moment, so what I needed to do is actually come along and start clearing them out, because they're fighting for not only sunlight, for space, for their root systems to be able to grow. They're actually fighting with the nutrients that are actually getting taken up by all those weeds. So for instance, in this silver beet row, I know that I built a furrow down the center of the bed, so I'm going to come along with the Dutch hoe and clean up each of the sides. And then once I get to the center, I'll actually just get a little bit more hands-on and clean out the weeds around the actual seedlings. It's a bit more extra work. Obviously, when I took over this land about 8 weeks ago, I knew that I didn't have enough time to actually do the preparations that I wanted to do by actually turning over the soil, watering it in, and then actually covering it with tarps to do a process which is called occultation. And what that does, it just starves the earth of sunlight. So, you know, seeds will start to germinate, they'll start reaching for the sun. When they find out there's no sun, they just start to break down, decompose back into the soil, and that sort of slows down the rate of germination for weed seeds, and actually keeps it a bit more easier to tend with in throughout the growing season, to sort of puts a halt on those weeds sort of coming through. Didn't have enough time to do that, so I'm just going to have to contend with these weeds for now. So this next few days I'll be getting in to clean these out. I knew that was going to happen, but as I said, I just didn't have the time. So As I said, everything looking like they're doing okay. The peas, need to really get some fences up. The rabbits are still coming, nibbling on the reshoots of the peas. But besides that, everything else, we're getting there. We'll get these seedlings in the ground. I hope you like the new look down here at the farm with the beard gone. Yeah, it gets a little bit used to, you know. You have to really look in the mirror and go, who is this guy? But hope you guys enjoy these videos. Like and share them. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Don't forget What Do You Want to Know Wednesday's coming up. So jump on, send me your messages with your questions, what you want to know. And I'll make some videos this coming Wednesday. And we'll see you next video, guys. Have a good day.